Don't panic. Today is not Rosh Hashanah. Today is one of the most special days of the year. It's Rosh Chodesh Elul. Today is the first day of the month of Elul. And that day we start from today until right before Rosh Hashanah, we blow the shofar. You may wonder why. Why is this day so special and why do we blow the shofar? And the reason is, our rabbis tell us, we don't want Rosh Hashanah, you should come to the synagogue and say, oh my God, it's Rosh Hashanah in the world and I got to get ready for it. We have a month before Rosh Hashanah to prepare for this special day. Let me move it back a little bit. Yeah, for this special day. This is a very, very important month and today's day is very, very important because this is like the beginning of when we need to get into the zone for Rosh Hashanah. So you see, Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur have tremendous energy. It's the beginning of the year. It blesses us for the New Year's. It's a new beginning. So the month of Elul, you want to already start preparing for the New Year. You don't want to just wait till you walk into the synagogue the last moment and start getting ready. So what are we supposed to think about Rosh Hashanah and the month of Elul, and how do we get ready? So the month of Elul is the month when we need to take stock and think back about the past year. How was the past year, and how do I want next year to be different? Now for all of us, every single person that's watching this has had a year where it was very different than any year they've had in the past. Our lives have been turned upside down. Concerns about our business, concerns about our family, concerns about our children. All of our lives have turned upside down to the point that we don't even know what this coming year is going to be. But I must say that this year has also been a year where we've seen tremendous growth for each one of us. In a certain sense, in our own relationship, we kind of reanalyze how is our relationship with our spouse, our relationship with our children, what really is important to us in life, what's not so important. So this past year, when we think back about it, we will look back one day and say, wow, this was the year that we had the greatest growth. And then we have to, this month of Elul, take a resolution that this coming year, all the lessons that we got this past year, we actually bring it forward to this coming year. I want to share a story with you about Charlie. This rabbi shared the story, which I thought was a great story I recently heard. Charlie lived in Chicago, and he used to go to synagogue, and he would love to go to the adult education classes. But honestly, Charlie's life never really changed. He loved the intellectual part of studying the Talmud, studying Jewish mysticism, studying maybe Jewish law, but it never really changed his life. He went home, he stayed the same. One time, the rabbi tells Charlie, you know what, you've been coming to our classes for so many years, but I see in your own life, you've never really changed much. Why don't you think of one resolution? Take upon yourself one thing in order to change your life. So Charlie comes to the rabbi after a few weeks. He says, Rabbi, yes, I took upon myself a little mitzvah. And I'm going to start that in 2 weeks. So the rabbi said, what's the little mitzvah? He says, I'm going to go kosher. Going kosher? Listen, going kosher is not a little mitzvah. That's from the major mitzvahs. You know, to really change your life. So Charlie said, yes, that's what I want to do. And we're going to start it in 2 weeks. And then you come to kosher my house in 2 weeks. Everything's in 2 weeks. So the rabbi asked Charlie, says, I don't understand. Why 2 weeks? If you're already going to do the mitzvah, why did you do it to start it right away? Charlie tells the rabbi, I got to be honest with you. My birthday's coming up in 10 days. And to me, my favorite place to go, and I'm embarrassed to tell you, is a restaurant in Chicago, a very famous restaurant called Superdog. And that's a place where I love to go to celebrate my birthday, because that's really, when you eat the hot dog in that place, and if anyone in Chicago knows I've never been there, obviously it's not kosher, that's a really great, delicious hot dog to eat. So my birthday's coming up, I want to have one last hot dog, and then we'll go kosher. The rabbi didn't want to say anything, obviously it was appreciated that he's going kosher. So, nothing. So comes his birthday, right, the day before his birthday, Charlie goes to the restaurant, the Superdog, I think that's what it's called. He sits down in the restaurant, and he buys this big hot dog, and he's about to bite in, and as he's about to bite in, and someone sits down next to him and says, do you mind if I sit in next to you? It's an empty seat. He says, no problem, and he starts eating the hot dog. And when he's eating the hot dog, he is enjoying it. So the person says, "Oh, I see you love it." He says, "Oh, I love it, but today is extra special good." He says, "Why?" He says, "Because this is my last time I'm eating a hot dog here." I asked him, "Why aren't you coming back?" So Charlie really wasn't in the mood of telling him I'm going kosher, and he didn't want to get into this whole conversation, so he kept it simple. The economic things are difficult. I can't afford to just waste money and buying expensive coffees in Starbucks and buying these expensive hot dogs. So this is my last time, but I can't afford it. I'm not coming anymore. So the person says, "You're in luck. I'm the owner of this hot dog place," and he pulls out his card, a gold card, says, "I'm giving it to you, and you can come in anytime you want and eat here for free." Charlie says, "Thank you very much." He goes running to the rabbi's house. He says, "Rabbi, I can't understand this. How could God do this to me? God knows how kind of struggle it is for me to keep kosher. And now, in my face, the last time I go to the store, he has to have the owner sit right next to me and giving me this gold card that I can eat it forever. What does God want from me? Why is God challenging me this way?" So the rabbi told him, "You don't understand. God is not here to punish you. God wants to show you how strong you are. God wants to show you that the mountain that you could climb is even bigger than you think. You thought till today the mountain you're climbing is to keep kosher. I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to give you free hot dogs and super dog, and you're going to overcome that and not eat it." So God is really here to show us how strong we are. I think this past year, we all experienced the same way, each one of us. This year was a very challenging year, but God showed us, look how strong we are. Look how strong we're capable of being. If I told you a year ago what we're going to have to go through and you're going to be able to be successful in your personal life, you'll say it's impossible. But this year we got to see how strong we are. But this year was God testing us. Now it's our job to take this strength that we had this past year and say this coming year, Rosh Hashanah, we're going to take these lessons and go even stronger this coming year. So that's why we blew the shofar, to remind us we got to get ready for this coming year and remind ourselves that God has faith in us, that we're very, very strong. We have tremendous potential, tremendous success this past year. This coming year has to be even greater, even stronger. Let's take the lessons of last year, this year we're living right now, how we value our family, how we value our children, how we value what's really important to us, how we value our relationship with God, and make sure this coming year is even greater and even stronger. Let's get ready for this coming new year, which is exactly 30 days from today. Shabbat Shalom.